Have you ever noticed what happens the moment you share your plans? Suddenly, everyone has an opinion. Some nod and smile, but their eyes say otherwise. Some say, "Go for it," just to see if you'll fail. Some stay silent, but their silence is louder than any word. And the worst part? Now that you've said it out loud, your brain thinks it's already done. You feel accomplished without moving an inch. That's the trap. Speaking about your plans gives you the illusion of progress. It feeds your ego but starves your execution. Because once you talk, you open the door to doubt. And once doubt enters, momentum dies. You don't need their approval. You don't need their advice. You need movement, quiet movement. You need progress that isn't broadcast. The strongest plays are made in silence. The real wins don't come with announcement. They come with surprise. Not because you're hiding, but because you're focused. They'll find out when the results show up, and when they do, you won't have to explain anything. You've been taught that sharing is part of connection, that telling others your dreams makes them real, but not all eyes deserve to see your vision, and not all ears deserve access to your strategy. Every time you announce your next move, you expose it. You open the door not just to opinions, but to resistance. Resistance from others, resistance from yourself. Your subconscious starts negotiating. What if they think it's stupid? What if I fail in front of them? What if I just wait a little longer? This isn't protection. This is paralysis. But when you stay quiet, something powerful happens. Your energy stops leaking. Your focus sharpens. Your plan becomes sacred, not shared. And the people who used to ask, "What are you working on?" will soon ask, "How did you do it?" That shift only happens when you stop performing and start producing. When you stop feeding their curiosity and start feeding your future, your next move. Let it be felt, not told. Let it arrive without noise, only impact. There's a reason the most disciplined people look mysterious. It's not because they're hiding something. It's because they've stopped needing to explain. You've been conditioned to believe that silence means weakness, that if you don't speak, you're unsure, that if you don't share, you're selfish. But none of that is true. Real strength doesn't need an audience. Real progress doesn't ask for applause. When you share too early, you invite judgment. When you stay silent, you build freedom. Your process is yours. Your path is sacred. You don't owe anyone updates on your evolution. Let your results interrupt their assumptions. Let your growth blindside their expectations. Let your next level appear without needing validation. Because the moment you stop needing to prove, you start becoming undeniable. And here's what they'll never understand. The less you say, the more you do. The more you hold back, the more unstoppable you become. They won't see it coming. They won't know how you did it. They'll just feel the shift, and that's all you need. Subscribe now and turn on the bell, not for noise, for clarity. Your rise begins in silence. You don't need to post every step. You don't need to update anyone. You're not building a performance. You're building a life, and real building takes silence. It takes being misunderstood. It takes walking away from applause and walking toward alignment. They'll say you're distant. They'll say you've changed. Good. That means it's working. Because clarity feels like coldness to those addicted to access. You're not being rude, you're being refined. Let them wonder, let them guess. You're not here to feed curiosity, you're here to protect purpose. And when the results speak, they'll say everything your words never needed to. You stopped over-explaining, because you realized the ones who truly understand don't need words, and the ones who need endless explanations never really listen. Silence became your filter. Stillness became your shield. You don't need to rush to prove anything. Your energy is no longer on sale. It's reserved for what aligns, not what reacts. Most people speak just to fill the space. You speak to create space, and in that space your power grows. Quietly, unshakably, unapologetically. You don't need to broadcast your next move. Real power never announces itself. It doesn't ask for validation. It simply moves. When you keep your plans private, you protect them from doubt, from interference, from people who pretend to support you but quietly hope you fail. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your growth, because here's the truth. Most people don't want to see you win. They want to feel superior while you struggle. When you stay quiet, you take that illusion away. You force them to deal with their own reflection. The moment you start executing without explaining, the dynamic shifts. You're no longer part of their game. You're building something real, and real things don't need applause to exist. They wonder what you're doing. They guess, they speculate, but they never truly know. And that's the advantage. When your steps are hidden, your direction is protected. And when the results come, they don't just arrive, they hit, because no one saw them coming. And the same people who doubted you, they'll pretend they always believed in you, but you won't care, because you won't need their praise. You'll already be too focused on the next thing they can't understand. So ask yourself, are you quiet because you're unsure, or because you're finally in control? If that question hit you somewhere deep, you're not alone. Subscribe now, not because I asked, but because you felt the shift. And if you're ready to walk this quiet path of power, then stay close, because we're just getting started.